welcome back to our build battle. Yay!
Oh my god.
So, we spent a full day recording Minecraft and found out we lost all of the audio.
I was trying to edit an episode and I had 6 hours of audio for something and I thought that was kind of wrong, so I checked it out and it didn't check out, really.
So this is a build battle that we meant to do for a really long time. We kind of talked about it in our last video, which you should totally go check out, where we made some mugs and it was pretty cool. But this is from our friend Matt, who goes by Ramna. The third time I've said this. We've had to keep recording this. He goes by Ramna as a screen name. And I'm annoyed not because this was like the weirdest suggestion ever, but because I live in a house where people keep walking in on us while we're talking, and this is not the kind of recording session where we can just cut things out.
No.
So it's just a day. It's a day, people. It's a fucking life. And so for this, we did this in survival, and the suggestion is a pyramid with a walkway and a moat, and
No, that was it.
Well, the original suggestion had flower bed in it, and so we decided to do this.
Just had a lot
and
of things.
Matt made it really complicated. So for this, he gave us certain amounts of materials we could use, and that was it. So that's why we're in survival. And because we're in survival and we don't have endless water, we made ourselves endless water pits to help us out.
And everyone is caught up on the last 10 minutes of what we've been doing.
Yeah, and with this, I didn't know how to do this at all because I had actually never. There's certain things I've never done before.
I kind of introduced Rhiannon to Minecraft, and then we just started building insane shit immediately. And I never even showed her endless water, and like, there's a Captain Sparkles video I want to show you later, because it's all these like tricks in Minecraft I didn't even know, and it's just insane shit you can do on this game.
Captain Sparkles is just like a quality Minecraft player, though.
He is.
There's just some shit, like, I know this wasn't his design, but I saw the video where he did, like, the phone call, like, FaceTime thing.
Oh, man.
That was out of this fucking world.
I love that.
I'd love to find, like, the command block for that.
No.
Why? I know it would, like, break my computer, but, like...
That's pretty much why.
Could you imagine going into, like, the Apple store or something with my computer and being like, oh, how'd you break your computer? Be like, I tried to do a FaceTime call in Minecraft. They'd be like, oh. Okay, but, I have a story. So, I was in Calgary, which is a city, like, near where we live, last week, and I was selling them.
Here as if it's, like, Europe or something where you can just, like, drive for 15 minutes.
Well,
it's like 3 hours away.
We drove, so that's an indication of it's close enough. And
that's Canada's version of close enough.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was selling a monitor, like a really nice monitor that my sister's fiance had, and it was in perfect condition. Everyone thought it was broken because we wanted like $10 for it, but it's just because we wanted to get rid of it, and we're like, we can get some money out of this because we were gonna throw it out. But I met a guy who was a streamer. He streams games. And of course I was like, oh, what do you stream? And he was like, Minecraft. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Because I didn't want to be like, oh, I play Minecraft on the internet too. Because I didn't want to get in that kind of conversation. Like, we were in the middle of a Starbucks. It was pouring rain. He had this monitor on the table. Oops. And I just wanted to leave. So I was just like, oh, that's nice. And he looked at me like, oh no, she thinks I'm a big fucking nerd. Because he's like an adult who plays Minecraft, and I want to be like, no.
Me too. Me too.
I'm also a big fucking nerd who plays Minecraft.
What was I?
You were doing your moat first, which was the smart thing, because I started doing that, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna start building. And
I built really small, actually. I built myself a very small island for a pyramid.
I think that we actually did like the same amount of size, but I spent time because I wanted to make sure it was the same with the cross and like down, because I didn't want to have any issues later, which I think I actually still ran into issues because I counted but didn't count right. I don't know.
The funny part is, and we talked about it in this video as we were going, I didn't build this pyramid exactly square, but in our challenge world, we're building a pyramid with traps and all this like enormous shit. And I accidentally built a perfect 51 by 51 base on this pyramid.
Without counting.
Yeah, I kind of just winged it, and I was like, we'll figure it out later. And it actually wound up being exactly exactly square.
And this is right after the update, so I was still using the auto jump, which just fucks me up this whole time.
I turned that off for a reason.
Yeah, you turned it off before this, which was smart, but I realized halfway through this build battle that I wish it had been turned off. And I wanted to do something different because I felt like we had the same materials and I wanted to make sure...
Well, that's half the battle.
The thing that took the longest was the moat, though. Trying to get it to be, like, perfect water levels and shit because I wanted it to look nice, but it took forever. and then my path wasn't even, and it was just like, this is the hardest. It wasn't even because it was in survival. Like, it did help, but it didn't help that it didn't take long to smash. It took longer to smash things if I fucked it up.
Yeah.
But, like, it wasn't, like, a huge struggle for me. Actually, flying was another struggle, trying to build this without being able to fly.
I normally, even if I'm building in creative, unless it's something like my siren or something like extremely tall, I normally just walk like I'm doing here.
No, I always fly. I don't know why, I just, like, that's just my thing. I don't know what I'm doing here. If you look at my screen, I keep putting the blocks down. Like, I know I did it for the first time. But, like, I really hope that I didn't run out of blocks because I just had these random pieces around.
I was trying to make an interior and then I realized even that was kind of stupid.
Oh, yeah, and then, of course, I built this whole second layer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that I wanted to do something different, and that's why I didn't really finish. Like, I think in this one, after everything, you gave me extra time. After the last one, where I gave you extra time.
Something like that.
Because when did I do? I'm waiting for myself to be like, oh, never mind, and then switch over.
I love how I place all this down and then realize that was a stupid idea and then just take it all down.
That's what this whole thing was. Yep, here it is. We're doing the same thing. We're just like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I realized, I was like, oh, she's gonna do, like, the exact same thing. She's gonna, like, do just a sandstone pyramid with, like, a floor or whatever made out of nether brick. So I was like, I'm gonna do something different. And then it cost me, like, 20 minutes. And it was just, like, yeah.
And you completely fuck up immediately. And
yeah, it's just, like, I think I was just so stressed about this, because I again, didn't really feel like doing this. But it was just so stressful to me that I didn't even make my pyramid. I couldn't even enter. Like, I never made a proper door on it. But you see what I was doing. I made mine enterable, which I think is the only, like, benefit of mine. Because you had, like, the cool shit all around it. And it looked really, like, nice and finished. Even for, like, doing it in 20 minutes. But mine was just, like...
Did he give us 20 minutes? Did I ask him for 20 minutes?
No, I don't think so. I think that was just, like, originally we used to do longer videos for Minecraft, and now we've kind of, like, toned it down a bit.
I still like the idea of longer videos.
I like them too, but only for certain things.
Oh.
I feel like in Minecraft... I'm stuck. In Minecraft, there's a certain amount of watchability, and then people don't watch after a certain amount of time. So I know personally, sometimes I've been watching a video, and it can be a great video, but after, like, 10 or 15 minutes, I'm like, okay. Because it has to be a really good video for me to watch, like, half hour. Like, I know that some of the stuff that I watch half hour of that would even be under Minecraft is, like, the Achievement Hunter.
Yeah, I watch them a lot.
But it's because, for me, an Achievement Hunter, there's just so many of them, they fill the space really well.
We need to get a group for Challenge World. That said, we need to fucking finish Challenge World.
True.
We need to name it eventually, too. It's just literally called Challenge World on my computer.
You use the nether brick to just, like, go underneath?
Yeah, man.
I didn't realize that's what you did.
That's why I said it was all hidden, is because it was underneath.
Yeah,
it was just a support system.
Support system? But it's sandstone. You didn't need a support system.
Well, no, I know, but... It was just a lot easier to just just build that layer of shit no one's gonna see and then build the proper layer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't do it. Oh, why'd I do that? Oh, I don't know if you guys didn't watch that, you might be looking at the other screen, but I got rid of a piece of sandstone, and then I went and jumped to go get it, but then I got stuck because I haven't put a door on this thing yet. It's weird at the succession because it's not in order of how we've done them now, the build battles. So now there's just this random pyramid in the middle of all of our original build battles.
Yeah, I guess, but there's no way we could move it, and we didn't. I think we anticipated doing this earlier, and then we just built out from
It says build battle 2, which is like a huge joke. I don't know why the number 2 is such a joke on this channel, like with our beer making.
No, it started on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day,
yeah.
With the cookies, where everything was step 2 because we kept fucking up. But
I swear to God, we did not drink that day.
We didn't, and that's even the worst part. And I think we did a little bit of step 2 in the green beer video.
It wasn't as bad in the green beer video though.
Yeah, and then it's because that was the first thing we'd ever done where we'd like done something in my kitchen, and so we had no like premise of what was about to happen.
And the funny part is she's like, preheat the oven, and I'm like, I don't fucking know how.
I don't know why I assumed you would know. I just like
I understand ovens, but everyone's is just that little bit different, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things where you don't know where anything is in my kitchen, really. So, like, I shouldn't be asking.
I'm learning, though. I am learning because I'm here all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, I shouldn't, like, expect you to know, but for some reason in my head, I'm like, yeah, just go grab a fork. And you're like, fork where? And I'm like, fork there. And you're like, fork, yeah. Ha
No, like, again, ovens aren't, they're not impossible, but it's just, like, I feel like I had to push the wrong button or something.
You press the self-destruct button. I've done that a couple times.
I'm so glad your oven has one of those. It makes you feel really good about your kitchen.
It's right next to the preheat button. So, like, sometimes it's a little confusing. I don't know why they put that feature in there. It's a little weird for me.
Oh, I think around here is when I was like, fuck it, and I gave myself a bunch of sand for my cactus garden.
You gave yourself sand?
Well, I think we agreed that we would go into creative mode and we get, like, sand... And we get torches, and we get food, and we get all the shit that we wanted again.
Yeah, because I think in the original pamphlet, it said that we were allowed to have torches, but we didn't give them to us. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why we forgot to give ourselves torches. And then I was like, no, I want to do this for my pyramid. And I think cactus can only sit on sand and sandstone anyway, so I had to give myself sand to decorate. So I kind of just said fuck it to everything at that exact moment, and I was like, no, I need to...
Yeah, sorry, Matt. Not sorry, Matt. But yeah, the whole point of that 2 story was that this was actually Build Battle 2, and then we have Build Battle 2, which was the...
Actual Build Battle 2.
Yeah, which was spelled T-O-O, and which one was that? That was the monsters. Yeah. Modern Houses was the first one, and then the monsters, the fictional monsters was Build Battle 2, T-0-0. Oh, good, you put a
T-0-0.
Yeah. I've made so many mistakes that I can't erase. Oh my god.
See, I gave myself sand to, like, not only set the scene, but, like, cactus won't sit on dirt.
Yeah, so my mistake was I spent way too long making my pyramid. I was like, oh yeah, my pyramid, and then I didn't do anything for water. And so the next, like, maybe 5 or so minutes, it's just me, like, fucking struggling, because I'm not used to this. Oh man, at one point I also fucked up my water. And I had to go fix it, I remember.
When I was doing my water, I accidentally put some on the grass above it, and that was when I was like, oops, earlier, because it was like flowing in, and I'm like,
oh no. Oh no. Oh man, and I remember, I was just like, I kept catching glances of yours, and I was just like, damn it. I was like, look at it, from like what I'm seeing, I'm like, oh man, yours is like fully like, it has like an outside area and shit, like mine is just straight up. Just a straight up pyramid.
Mine looks just like shrunk down from like sandy area. Holy, your water's taking.
Yeah, am I doing something wrong here, or is it just like...
No, it actually takes forever. It doesn't flow very well. But if you put, okay, if you have one and then have a space in between and have another, that's when it flattens out.
Oh.
That's why the infinite water works like it does, like that water moat thing.
I guess it wasn't, like, when I did stuff like that, it would do that.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't working for some reason.
No, that's why you do it with 3, as you can see the physics, which you broke.
Yeah. See, I remember this, and I was like, I don't know what I did wrong. Okay, and then it just fixes itself. Okay.
But yeah, that's how the infinite water works, is it has the 3.
Yeah, I don't know what I did wrong here, but I fucked something up, and it just didn't work very well this whole time. And so it took me about 5 minutes. So, like, you're, like, making yours really nice with, like, a sand outside, and
I want to use the materials, so I just started using all the cactus pieces I had, and I started using pumpkin, because my pyramid became a shrine to King Jack or something.
The Pumpkin King, didn't we say?
Well, he's
King
Jack.
Why were we given pumpkins? Can we talk about that?
We can, but I don't have an answer for you because that's just how Matt works.
Yeah, but why pumpkins? Like, the
I honestly
make sense.
think he's just Googled a few things and like I was like, okay, just give us some blocks we can work with, and I think that's kind of where we got to.
Yeah, because cactuses make sense because they're in the desert, and I understand that like pumpkins are the other block that is like that. But it just doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
I would have to text him, to be honest. You're
gonna send him a text?
I actually am. This video is like 20 minutes long.
Just send him a text and be like, why pumpkins? And he'll just have like no idea what you're talking about.
Why did you want us to build with pumpkins.
There
by
you
the
go.
way.
Just what a weird text to get from someone in the middle of the night.
Well, I know it's not even the middle of the night. It's like 8:30 at the latest. It's not even.
For me, it's the middle of the night because I have to be up at like 4:30 tomorrow.
That's
so
a fair point. I kept hurrying myself.
yeah, I was
on
like,
the
good
cactus
job
trying to
walking
build.
into a cactus.
Yeah, I had problems. Well, the way I spaced it, I didn't really leave myself a lot of space. But no, I don't know.
What were you doing there? Trying to make like a doorway out of pumpkins?
I'm honestly not too sure anymore.
Did I finish my water at this point? No. What am I doing? Ugh. It's just so bad.
I think he's probably not going to be too upset about this text or too confused, because I honestly told him like 3-4 days ago, or whenever we did this, that like, hey, we finally built your pyramids. So I think he knows that we've done this, but I hope he understands why I'm asking.
Oh, why did I do that? I'm just really upset watching myself do this. You know when you're just like, man, that was a good video we did, and then you watch back and you're like, no, it wasn't. Why?
I'm like, never mind.
I was like, why did I do that? It's just a lot of things. I think I actually give up at some point. I'm just like, nah, I don't care if it's completely flat, because I wanted to do something on the inside.
I just layered this thing with pumpkins and torches and called it a build.
Yeah, didn't you make like a weird statue at the top out of pumpkins?
I put 2 pumpkins on the top.
Okay. I just feel like there was a reason that we said it was the pumpkin shrine.
Yeah, it was for King Jack.
For King Jack, yeah, the Pumpkin King. Yeah, and then here's where I was you were like, I'm done, and I was like, I am not.
And I couldn't even help you, because it wasn't like it was our cups, like we knew what we were building. This was something completely different.
And then I just fuck up so bad. Oh, man. And then there's actually quite a lot of building here. So at the beginning of this, we're like, why is this video like this long? Well, it's because of me. I accept the fault for this because I somehow
If anyone wants a good long view of my pyramid from one angle,
oh, look,
here it is!
It's the notorious Caitlin standing in one spot for a long time.
But in this case, I had nothing else to do. I was just waiting.
Yeah, but this happens so often in Minecraft. Like, you don't do anything. You just stand there.
I had nothing to do. I was done my build.
Yeah, and of course in the last build, I helped you, and in this one, you're just like, I'm just gonna stare at my thing for a long time.
Yeah, but in the last one, I knew what I was building.
I feel like when we were building this, I didn't realize you were doing nothing. Like, I felt like you were still doing stuff at this point. And so I was hurrying, but I wasn't like super hurrying. If I'd known you were standing there, I probably would have just been like, fuck it, and I would have just finished.
But the thing is like, you had a vision for this, like, for the cups. Like,
Oh, I had no vision.
Oh my god. But no, what I'm saying is, like, we were building based off an object in the last one, so of course you could help me, because it was literally sitting, like, 5 feet away from us. This was, like, a completely different kind of thing.
Yeah, but
I think I toured at this point, too. Now that Build Alley is kind of
a thing.
full.
Yeah. Well, we have to destroy a village now in order to keep going down, or go to the other side. I was thinking of doing it on the opposite side so that we could, if you can walk down it or something on either side of you.
We'd have to destroy a village either way.
Yeah. Oh well. We're gonna hear a lot of
Do you want to start destroying a village tonight if we have time?
We can.
No, we're probably not going to record anything else.
Now I'm just laying down sand, ladies and gents. Just laying down some sand. It's really interesting. I'm glad that
you gave yourself some, didn't you?
You told me to. We both took torches and
I'm just
sand.
not even sure when you did that. I've been watching me stare at a pyramid and then fly.
I did it when you did it.
Oh,
Because I went into creative and gave myself torches, and you were giving yourself sand. So I was very, very low on stuff. So I gave myself something else. And then in this one, I realized that I didn't have any more sand. So I was like, I'm going to improvise.
Oh, is this why you use pumpkin?
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering when that became a creative choice.
Using pumpkin as the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the only block I had that was not really used.
Oh.
I thought it looked cool. It's really rude of you, Caitlin.
No,
I question my creative integrity.
I was like, you had sand and then it just became pumpkin, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I was trying to do some like cool shit, like when you walk into like a museum, and I was hurrying so much I didn't get rid of the update thing that was in my corner. That's how much I was hurrying here. And look at you doing another like million-year stare as the ages go on.
I wish Movavi had better like like dynamic editing because I would just do like a tumbleweed or something.
Oh my god, that is the real thing though.
We need to, like, I don't want to buy better software yet because I don't want to spend that much money on something that is still kind of in the hobby phase. But I really wish I had something that could do that, if you know what I mean.
And this is when you had told me you'd use cactuses, so I was like, I gotta use cactuses. And so I put them in here. Okay, why?
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, but that's not a good... I don't accept that as a good answer. Matt told us the reason he gave us pumpkins is because it seemed like a good idea at the time.
For a pyramid.
Yeah. Okay, I think I finally finished.
A thing associated with sand and not at all
Pumpkins.
Halloween.
At least you didn't say jack-o'-lanterns or something. Oh, fuck. Okay, and then I wanted... Everything was off-center.
Oh, and you tried to... Oh, I remember you trying to fix it.
And then it didn't work.
I think the reason also I was staring is because I was trying not to look, because we always do this reveal.
Yeah, and then of course I tried to fix it, and then I think I realized that it was wrong in general, and then I had...
It needed to be 3.
I think in the end it ends up being 3, but I spent a long time trying to fix this. So, really fun for everyone to watch me OCD obsess over which side this sits on.
We really get into our minds watching this, eh?
Yeah, I have a real issue. Like, I'm not OCD in the sense that things need to be, like, super cleanly or super, like, organized. But,
I'm like that.
But I cannot deal with things being off-center.
Oh, I don't like that either. But you've seen my organization system for the Underthecestick folders.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I have UTCS for Underthecestick, then, like, art stuff, editing extras, collab this, recordings this, and everything's by date, and everything's just really, like, sorted.
And one of the other things, too, is that, like, all my movies and books have to be alphabetized.
Oh, I can't do not alphabetized things.
Okay, and then this is me getting really upset because it's still off-center because I didn't count it properly.
So then you just blew this out.
Yes, and then I just blew it out.
With your fist.
I was mad. I had to punch it.
Did you have the material you need? Oh, you had the 1 block of sand.
Yeah. I think we had a moment where I was like, oh, this worked out really perfect, even though there is another block.
That's sandstone.
Oh, never mind, yeah.
Because you just broke your pyramid, so that's sandstone.
Yeah.
I love how you have a diamond shovel sitting like a few blocks in your inventory over and you're using a pumpkin.
I was hurrying! Look at you! You're just like having like a snap while I'm fixing my fucking pyramid.
What was I doing?
I don't know, Caitlin.
Oh, I moved. Oh, because we were done.
Yeah, but you were in midair too, which is so weird.
I think I was just trying not to look, and that's just where I was because I don't know why I went to the tiny horse first of all.
I don't know why you went to the tiny horse.
So funny.
This is Caitlin's pyramid in the reveal, which I tried to go in and realized almost immediately that it wasn't. You weren't able to go in. But it's very nice, and it has a little pumpkin thing on top, and it's surrounded by cactuses, and it's real nice.
Oh, you're making
And it was getting dark, and that was Caitlin's. It was really nice. Caitlin, out of 10, what would you rate your pyramid? Too late. It's a 0.
I was
you
gonna
lose.
say a 10 because I used all the materials I was given. I was just trying to think about that.
Well, now you're too late. You lose. This is mine. I tried to be original with using the nether brick as well on these sides.
And why are you being Metaton all of a sudden?
I'm not being Metaton. I am just commentating for people. Ah, look inside. Yay!
I think I just ran into a cactus for some reason, too.
I feel like, yeah.
I feel like that's a thing I did.
Yeah, and these are my cactus friends.
You named them.
Yeah, I think it was, I don't remember what I named them, but I'm having a real good time naming them.
We talked about this for quite a while, and you told me why you named all of them what you did or something.
Oh, that's really sad. I'm never gonna know what I named these fucking cactuses.
Wasn't one of them Patricia? I think you named one of them Patricia.
Well, yes, I know. I know one of them was named Patricia, but, like, they all had weird names, and now...
It's lost.
Now my cactuses are just lost forever. Yay! And here are fucking pyramids. Yeah. Get some, Matt. Yeah.
That was such a weird one.
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you guys.
See you guys later.
If you have any suggestions for build battles,
They'll have real audio next time.
be vague. Just give us ideas.
Be vague. Bye.
We're fucking losers.